Now, let us talk about a high-level overview of a big corporation. We know that there are two types of computers in general being used in a typical organization. We have workstations. These are workstations used by employees. These are typically desktop PCs or a laptop PC, and they are allocated to each employee. Each employee will be the only user for their respective desktop PCs or laptop PCs. So these are called as client PCs. Then we have servers, which are powerful computers that are located in a data center. Now, let us take a look at how a big corporation is set up. Typically, it will generally have multiple offices across a nation or even worldwide offices. For example, there could be offices in these places like New York, Paris, Dubai, Chennai, London, Chicago, etc. Then they could set up multiple data centers based on the location and the business need. For example, New York and Chicago are located in the east coast of US. So probably they could set up a data center in Philadelphia, which is also in the east coast of USA. And similarly, they could set up a data center in London to serve the users from the offices in Paris and London. They could use servers that are primarily used by these locations in this data center. Similarly, they will do something like this. It basically depends on the need of the business. Okay, so if for these two locations, which are Dubai and Chennai, they may put a data center in New Delhi. So as I said, having multiple data centers depends on the business need. For example, they may just set up 2 data centers and make all these offices to connect to these data centers. Okay, so these offices will be connecting to the data centers using the network computer. They will have networking, wide area networking, that connects all these offices to all the data centers generally. So another phrase that you might hear when you talk to your clients is disaster recovery, or DR in short. What is a disaster recovery? These days, it's very common for a business to keep a replica of their important servers in another location. For example, if I have an important server in Philadelphia data center, then I may set up its replica server in New Delhi data center. Why? If there is any unexpected outage here, data center wide outage, probably power outage, or any network disruption, then I can still keep my business operational by making the users connect to the replica server in this data center. Okay, so the replica server, which is often referred as DR server or secondary server, can be configured or may be configured depending upon the software that you use to get the latest data continuously from the primary server located in Philadelphia. And that process is generally called as replication. So this, as an IT recruiter, presents you a lot of opportunities to talk to the clients and generate additional business in terms of recruiting. Okay, we will talk about each opportunities later, but one thing that stands out is the client's disaster recovery needs. For example, you can start a conversation with your client by asking, what is your current DR strategy? They may have none. So then there is a business opportunity. You can suggest them how having a DR is very important for a business, and you can provide them DR engineers, like DR architects, the people who design the strategy for a DR. Okay, you can also ask them, do you need consultants in setting up disaster recovery systems? Okay, thank you.